podcast So Sweet Violet. My name is Jooles and this is episode 53. Well, I used to call it podcast. I still do call it podcast. But for some reason in the description I started calling them diary episodes. I don't really know what they are, but I guess they kind of are a diary of my life, of my crafty life. I really don't know what to call it. If anyone has any brilliant ideas, please leave a comment below what I should call this. Because it's kind of like a journal, like a diary. I'm telling you what I've been up to, what I'm doing. Is that a podcast? Is it a journal? Is it a diary entry? I don't know. Yes, I do look a bit different today. I finally succumbed and I'm wearing my glasses. I need to get over it. I can't see very well without them these days. I had an appointment at the optician's last week. No, the week before last. And next week I go collect my new glasses because although my eyesight is brilliant for distance, it's not very good for close up. And I've just got to deal with it and accept it. So I'm wearing my glasses today so I can actually see what I'm talking about. Right, I'm already rambling. Have I said it's Sunday the 23rd of August? I don't think I have. I've started this a few times. I'm very rusty and it's hard to remember how I start my podcasts. It's been about, well, I think it's been well over a month since I last recorded. For many and various reasons, life basically, and also frame of mind, and it's a weird time. If you're watching this far into the future, I just want to say that it's still COVID time. We're not in lockdown, but there are lots of rules in place, face masks and many and various things. It's just been a very, very, very weird year, as we all know if we're watching this now in 2020. Right, what do I need to say? My name is Jooles. I live in West Sussex in England with my husband and my grown-up son, who is looking to move out. They're trying to buy, him and his girlfriend are trying to buy a house, which is both exciting and terribly sad. Also, we have a gorgeous whippet girl called Mabel, who is my sunshine. Today is very overcast, but I like that. Gosh, we've had a really hot spell. A couple of weeks ago, it was unbearable. I hated every single moment of that week. It was awful. And now it feels like autumn is just tiptoeing in and the joy it brings is big. Right, okay. Today I'm just drinking water because I'm just thirsty today. I'm going to put on the screen where you can find me or where I'm most active. I'm basically So Sweet Violet everywhere, I think. Also, show notes for this podcast diary journal thing will be in the description box below this episode on YouTube. If you click, so go down, I think you have to click the more button just below this video on YouTube, and it will bring up the whole list of my notes and clickable links to where you can find me, things I talk about, patterns, all that kind of stuff. I used to put them all on my blog, but I don't know, just not into my blog anymore. Maybe that will change. I'm just going to keep it because it has lots of good stuff on there. In the making. Okay, I don't have a lot, to be honest. My mojo has been somewhere. Not here, not with me, that's for sure. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I haven't recorded for a while. So okay, I have a half finished thing, and that is one shorty sock. I have really been loving shorties over the summer. I just like wearing my trainers. I like my feet to be comfortable, and I wear orthotics. So I wear my Birkenstocks quite a lot, but my feet do get quite achy, and my knees and my hips are getting so old. So I like to wear my trainers quite a lot with my orthotics in, and I like to wear shorty socks. So these are gorgeous. They're just simple vanilla shorty socks. Look at this sock blocker. These are by my friend. Oh, hello. There we go. These are by my friend Amy, who is Dandelion and Dogwood, part of Dandelion and Dogwood. And she sells these in her shop, but actually I don't think her shop is open for business at the moment. I think you can browse but not purchase because of coronavirus. She has had her hands full with her little boy, and her sister Jen, who is part of the business, has also had her handful with her children. So yeah, coronavirus. But anyway, gorgeous sock blockers. And the yarn is also by Dandelion and Dogwood, and it is so pretty, and it's really lovely sturdy yarn. Let me see if I can find out what it is. It's 80/20. Oh, it's a high twist. That's why it's so nice, isn't it? I do really love a high twist. The colour, I believe, the colour wasn't actually on the ball band, but I believe, if my sad memory serves me right, that this colour is tea rose. Amy, if I'm wrong, please correct me. It's so pretty. So pretty. My camera is being lazy. For this sock, I used my Sweet Vanilla Cuff Down pattern, which is due out very soon, and I must apologise. I promised it last time, but there have been a couple of hold-ups, mostly me, because I keep tweaking the heel. My poor test knitters, honestly, they're so wonderful, and they put up with a lot from me this time. I adore my test knitters, and I'm so grateful to them. They're so patient and kind, and just love them. They're just a brilliant little group. We have like a little pool of wondrous test knitters, and yeah, I couldn't do what I do without them. If you're watching, ladies, thank you. You are wondrous. So yes, this is the pattern, which is due out hopefully by the end of next week. My tech editor has it at the moment. Yeah. So these were knit cuff down with a Godet heel, and this is the bit that's been holding me up. I wanted this heel to be super beautiful and super neat, and I finally got it how I want it. I thought I had it how I wanted it before, but it's raining now. Exciting. I do love rain. What was I saying? I thought I had it as good as I could before, but when I put a pattern out, I like it to be like, I want to be super happy and super proud of it, because once it's out, it's out. And I can honestly say I'm thrilled with how this heel is from the tweaking. It's just a beautiful heel. Even if I do say so myself, I'm very proud of it. So cuff down, Godet heel, and a modified beanie toe. Yep, it's just very simple. I did 64 stitches. on my fixed Jooles, which are my needles of choice, and they're 2.25, and I just love them. They're just brilliant. They don't wriggle down in trainers, which for me is a must because I can't bear when my socks wriggle into my trainers. There are two things, I think I may have said this before, there are two things that drive me to distraction. One being a wet sleeve. You know when you wash your hands and you get a wet sleeve? Oh, I can't bear it. And when socks wriggle down into your trainers. Those are the two things that could drive me to insania. These don't. They're brilliant. So what did I do? I did about an inch of 1x1 twisted rib, and then that's about an inch of knit, and then I went straight into the Godet heel. So that is those. Oh, let me show you my bag. This is adorable, this bag. It's teeny tiny, but perfect for socks. Look at that bee. And this is from my lovely friend Caroline, who I think she's CW embroidery, and it is just so adorable. It's made out of Liberty fabric and linen, but a little bit is so sweet. And she sells these bags. I'll put her name on the screen. Hello. I'll put her name on the screen. Okay, my second in the making is sewing. I've been quite into my sewing lately, and I decided to make a Myosotis dress, inspired by my lovely friend Gaynor, Tales from Cuckoo Land. She has been like a hand holder through this, and also same as Amy, who is Tailoress Studio. They have been helping me because I am new to dressmaking. It's coming along quite good. Let me show you. So this is the top so far. So all I need to do is add the sleeves and the skirt. I bought this fabric from eBay probably a year ago, and I really didn't like it when it arrived, and just kind of put it away. But when I decided to make this dress, I didn't want to cut into my precious stash from Merchant at Mills, so I thought, nope, I'm just going to use this up and kind of make a wearable toile. I sound really professional, don't I? Don't really know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it was all pretty straightforward apart from the collar. I very much struggled with the collar. I think when you're new to something, it's the little things that make the difference, and knowing where, because when you put the collar on, you put it on that way, and I found it hard to know how far forward to put the collar piece on, and I should have pulled it a bit further forward so it encased this flap here. It almost did, but after I'd stitched it on the sewing machine, I decided to get my needle and thread out and just kind of tweak it a bit, tuck things in, and it worked out pretty well actually. It's amazing what you can do with a hand sewing needle and some thread to hide things. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I didn't understand what understitching was either. But I've learned that. I've learned a lot already from this. What else have I learned? I've learned French seams. I've done French seams inside. Basically because Amy said, you'll hear a lot of that, Amy said that's the best way to do it. So if Amy says that's the best way, then it's the best way. So I'm pretty chuffed with that so far. I am doing the floaty version here, but I'm making the skirt, the main part of the skirt, a little bit longer. In fact, I'm using this length. Skirt's a bit bigger than this one, if you see. And then I'm adding the frill on the bottom of that. Yeah, I just like it a bit longer. And the sleeves, I'm doing these sleeves. copied Gaynor. Gaynor said she doesn't need buttons because it goes on and off without buttons. So I'm doing the same. I'm going to put fake buttons, well, real buttons, but they won't open. They'll just be for show down here. So yeah, that's my Myosotis dress. I have so much to talk about today. I have so much information to share. I've got a giveaway, lots of exciting things, so I need to remain on point, which is pretty hard for me. Finished things. Finished things. Okay, so first up, how many things have I got? 1, 2, 4 finished things. This is my first finished thing, and it's a little rainbow of wondrous dishcloths, and these are for George because he's going to be moving out. Well, oh my goodness, it's pouring down. He's going to be moving out with his girlfriend into a new home, so I thought it'd be really nice to start them off with a lovely little stash of handmade cotton dishcloths. I've listed all the colours I used on my Ravelry project page. I need to update the picture. So if you want to know the colours I've used, please pop along there. I used, how do you say it? Shapies. I think it's Shapies Cotton Katona. It's definitely Cotton Katona, but I think you say Shapiers, or something like that. I used to call it Sheepies, but I think it's Shapiers. I love this yarn as well. I love it for the fact that you can buy 25-gram balls, which is the perfect amount for one of these dishcloths. You can also buy 10 grams, which are, I haven't had any, but they look, oh, so cute. And you can also buy 100 grams. Is that right? No, 50 grams. So you can get 10 grams, 25 grams, 50 grams. I buy the 50 grams, which are just 99p or something like that. And it's the perfect amount for one dishcloth with just a teeny scrap left over. This pattern is my Wondrous Dishcloth pattern, available in Ravelry and in my Etsy shop. I've talked about these so many times. This is another pattern I'm really proud of. It's kind of almost like a quilted dishcloth. So it's double thickness, so it's good and sturdy, and you can see these little dots, these little divots on the back. That is where the front and the back are joined together, so it kind of stays spongy and together. And I've had some of these, I don't know how long, since I designed the pattern. Is that 2 years or is that 1 year? I don't know. I've had them a long time and they're still going strong. I've got a couple of holes in one of them. I've got some bleach marks on another one because some people aren't as careful as others. Let's just say that. But they are brilliant. I love them, and I just love a little stack. I mean, how tempting does that look? I have mine folded up like this, in a little pot by my sink. Oh, and it's so cute because I pop them in the wash kind of every day, every other day. I just pick a new one. It's just, it's the little things, isn't it? Especially at the moment, and really, really love those. So that's my first finished thing. Oh, I have another pair of shorty socks. So that's my second finished thing. These, can't remember if they were toe up or cuff down. I've got a feeling these were toe up. I honestly cannot remember, and I cannot tell from the pattern either. They were either cuff down or toe up. Either using my Sweet Vanilla toe up or my Sweet Vanilla cuff down. I have a feeling it was toe up actually. by the way, you'll find my sweet vanilla toe up pattern in my Ravelry shop and in my Etsy shop, links below. I feel like I'm doing lots of plugs, but I guess designers design patterns that they love, and I can't help enjoying what I make, you know? So these beauties are knit from some quite old stash from Tracy of Nora George. I believe it was her vintage rose colourway. And did I have a whole ball of this? I think I did. My memory is poor. We all know that. So these I did a little rolled cuff. This one I started doing a pattern and then I thought, nah, I don't want to do a pattern, I just want to do plain. So they've got a godet heel and a beanie toe. What else? 64 stitches, 2.25mm needles, fixed circulars by Chalgu. There's the other one. I think that's everything I need to say because they're not fancy, they're just useful. Next finished things. Oh, I have two really exciting finished things coming up. Okay, so if you watched my last couple of episodes, you would have seen me making my rainbow hexie baby quilt. It's finished. In fact, you'll see some footage in the vloggy bit after this recorded part of me making it, but I'm going to show you the finished thing now. Look, I've got it in a roll. How pretty is that? Oh, I love things rolled up and squishy. Okay, so let me show you. It starts off at the top. Oh, I wonder if I can move right back so you can see. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. It goes in the screen. I can't see what I'm showing you, so I hope it's a good picture. It starts off pink all the way down to red. So the backing, I use this really pretty, I think it's called Sparkles or Twinkles, Sparkles, Sprinkles, that's what it was called. Can't remember who it's by. I think it was, sorry, I just had to shut the door because Mabel came in, strolling in just to see if I'm still here. I think it might be Andover Fabrics, but if you're interested and that's wrong, please just get in touch. So I started this project a good few years ago and I kind of went off it, but I don't know what encouraged me to get it out again. I think being stuck inside, and I just think I had that urge to just finish things. And so I dug it out. I can't remember where I was actually. I've got a feeling I was on the green somewhere. So I've done all of this quite recently. I had all of the hexagons already basted, and I had all of these hexagons already cross-stitched. I haven't talked about that, have I? These ones are on a white fabric with little cross-stitch hearts, which I just made up the design. And they were all ready in a little suitcase, all ready for me to stitch together. So I just finished it. Anything else to say? I just did a very simple, you can actually see better on the back how I quilted it. Let's see if I can get an angle. It's kind of diamond shape quilting. It's a bit wrinkled because, oh, you can see a bit there, can't you? Because it's been washed and tumble dried, and that is how I like my quilts. I like them to look wrinkled and vintagey. I started making it because I thought how lovely it would be when I have grandchildren for them to either have it in their cot or on the floor as a little play mat. And basically my ambition in life is to be a grandma. That is just a dream. So don't think I have much else to say about it. I stitched the front of the binding on with a sewing machine, and then I hand stitched the back, which I love doing that. It feels a very peaceful job. I talk about this quite a lot more actually in the vlog at the end, so I won't go on about it too much. But what I will say is, on my YouTube channel there is a tutorial that I made on how I do English paper piecing. I used to call this patchwork. This is what this was known as to me, patchwork. And I quite like calling it patchwork because it has really nice feeling. I used to do it when I was younger, and it just brings back nice memories of pretty fabrics and peaceful Sunday afternoons. So yeah, I refer to this as patchwork. So that is my rainbow hexy baby quilt. I'm really chuffed with it actually. I'd kind of gone off it. I think because my tastes have changed quite a lot, I'm probably going down the more peaceful kind of colours in general. And I did find this a bit jarring, like I did with these as well actually. But, you know, they're just beautiful, really. I don't think I'd wear these colours anymore, but they're just lovely. They're happy, aren't they? So, yeah, I'm loving it again. So that's my quilt. What else have I finished? I've done some more sewing. See, I've been really into my sewing. Hang on one second. So this is my last finished thing. And it is a Hepworth apron by Jenny Smith. And I can't recommend this pattern highly enough. The instructions are brilliant. It doesn't leave any guesswork, which I'm finding with the Myosotis dress. There's quite a lot of guesswork for me. I think the Myosotis kind of expects you to know some stuff, whereas this was just really detailed. This pattern is brilliant. I really love it. I think there were two sizes. Is there two sizes? I think there was small and large. I made the biggest one anyway. Supposed to go up to, the size range is 8 to 18. So this would go up to an 18, which I'm not sure it would. I'm a 16 top, probably a 14 bottom, and I don't know if it would go up to an 18 in my opinion, but it's really cute. Can you see the back okay? I think so. This is going to be my gardening apron, although it's kind of too pretty. Do you want to see my favourite bit? Look at that. Liberty lining. Oh, I love to squeeze in a bit of liberty wherever I can. Don't know if you can see. If I jump, you might be able to see the length. Okay, ready? Didn't work. It's quite long. It's below my knees. Nice crossover, so it's not going to fall off your shoulders. I made this out of some gorgeous plum coloured linen. I think I got this from eBay, but I can't remember. I think that's all I've got to say, but I love the pattern. So that's all of my in the making and making, but I do have a dream knitting, which actually has probably gone past dream knitting really, because I've actually caked up the yarn ready. Done a swatch. I am making, or going to be making, the Love Note by Tin Can Knits. Hopefully because this is supposed to be oversized. So hopefully I'll be happy with the outcome. You may remember in the last episode I shared my Camaro and it was just too big. I think it'll be fine. I still am cross with it, so I still haven't done the neckband. I will do that though. I think it'll be fine. I don't know why I'm putting it off, just down. But this is supposed to be oversized and I just think it's so pretty, and I wear dresses a lot, much more now than I've ever done before actually, and I think that's because a dress is like a self-contained thing. If you choose a skirt or trousers, you have to find a top to go with it, and I don't know, I just like a dress. Kind of just skims over bits you don't want to be seen if you choose the right dress. And I like feeling floaty and floofy and free. So my plan for my wardrobe is to sew some more dresses. You may have recently watched Vicky and her sister Angie of West Green Loft Yarns. They did a podcast from Scotland on their holiday, and Vicky was that episode is brilliant. It made me giggle so much. They're such lovely ladies. But Vicky had recently made, was it an Ellis dress or a Hattie dress? It's the same pattern but slightly different. I think it was an Ellis dress from Merchant and Mills, which is just a basic, like a smock dress almost. It's just got little sleeves, bodice, and like a gathered skirt. And she'd done the interfacing in Liberty, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's exciting. I'm going to do exactly the same. So I thought, instead of just making things because I want to make that thing, I'm going to try and make outfits. I've been rubbish at that in the past, and I've bought things that I've never had anything to wear with it, so I'm focusing on outfits. I have some peachy blush linen. I've had it for a long time, so I think I'm going to make my dress out of that, which actually is very similar to Vicky's, and I'm going to make a love note in this. This is the other thing, it's probably not what I would have chosen, but I'm trying very, very hard to use what I have. Coronavirus has been tough on everybody, and Pete's business has really, really suffered. So we've been relying a lot on my business. And we've just been trying to cut back where we can. So I am using what I have and trying to really enjoy that process. I had 4 skeins of this gorgeous yarn from Tracy of Nora George. I feel like it's the Tracy Nora George show today. And it's so pretty. And in here there's my favourite combination of colours actually. It looks quite dark on the screen, but it's got peaches and blush and pink and really, really pale pinky grey. It's got purple and violet. They're my favourite colours, and my favourite colour combination is like a dusty violet and a dusty peach colour. So I thought this would look so pretty with an Ellis dress in peachy blush made into a love note. So that's my next plan. I haven't got mohair. Don't actually like wearing mohair. It makes me itch. If I could choose, I would choose to use Surrey baby alpaca, Surrey silk baby alpaca, you know the thing, floof from Les Family Yarns. That's what I'd choose to go with this. But I don't have enough of that, and I have 4 balls of this, and I've checked the pattern, and by holding this double, which is this swatch, I should have enough for a love note. This is the recommended needle size. I believe that was 6.5, and this is a 7mm needle, which gets exact gauge. Standard for me is going up half a needle size, and yeah, works right for this as well. So you can see the pretty colours in it, and I think it will look really pretty over a peachy Ellis dress. See, that's my next plan. I may even cast this on today. I've caked up all my yarn, got 4 balls at the ready. Oh, I didn't say what colour this was. That's probably because I don't know what colour it is. Where's the... oh, here it is. It's called Hearts Don't Break Around Here, and it's, oh, 100% superwash merino. So soft. So that is my dream knitting. I was debating whether to do the pattern or not, but I think I will. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I'm doing a pattern. So that's my dream knitting. I have a giveaway for you. It's very exciting. I have the most beautiful yarn from Fran at Burrow & Saw. She got in touch with me and asked me if I would like to try out her yarn. So I've decided to give them both away because I just want to send out some love into the world. So these are the 2 yarns. There will be 2 prizes. I'm going to show you them individually. This is called Summer Lightning. Look at those colours. Absolutely beautiful. It's 100 grams, 400 metres, 75 superwash merino and 25% nylon. Her label's gorgeous, look at that. And I have this one, which is her new base, and I love these muted colours. They are stunning. See, these are the colours I'm more drawn to these days. It's funny, isn't it? This colour is called Scented Stocks, and it's 50% baby alpaca, 25% linen and 25% silk. And it's beautifully soft, all those gorgeous mauvey tones. So if you would like to win one of these beauties, so kindly donated by Fran of Burrow & Saw, leave a comment below and let me know what you are most looking forward to in autumn. I am just looking forward to that smell. You know that smell when you walk outside the door and you're like, oh, autumn's here, just around the corner. I love that smell. It's just something cozy about it. So you let me know what you're most looking forward to about autumn, and I shall draw 2 winners. It'll be a surprise which one you get. And if you would like to leave a comment but don't want to enter the giveaway, just say not for the giveaway or something along those lines, just so I know. So every comment I will put into the draw unless you ask me not to. Do I need to say anything else? I used to do my giveaways on Ravelry, but I am so poor at it. It's just not worth the embarrassment. So there we go, that's that beautiful giveaway. And also Fran has offered a discount code of 20% off any purchase over £30, and the discount code is so sweet. So if you pop in your order, pop it in your basket, if it's over £30 before postage, you'll get 20% off your entire order. That is so generous. The link will be below to Fran's shop. Okay, that's the giveaway, and thank you so much, Fran. They are absolutely beautiful. Okay, so a little bit of chatter before I get on to some really crucial and important information. I tend to chatter all the way through my video. So when I get to my chatter section, which is in my notes here, I've basically covered everything. The only thing I haven't chatted about was that my mum has been very poorly, which has been both worrying and overwhelming and scary. We spent the whole day on Wednesday in A&E, and she's undergoing more tests at the moment, but it seems to be that it's her blood pressure. It fluctuates from very, very low to very, very high, and she's had a couple of mini strokes, and it's just been really, really awful. This was just this last week gone. But we think and have been told that if her blood pressure can be controlled, she should be fine. So that's kind of an ongoing thing, but it has been very stressful on top of a lot of other everyday smaller stresses. Just life, I guess. We all have those, don't we? So yeah, so that's why I've been a bit quiet on Instagram. I find when I'm doing kind of stress like that, I just go into my own shell. I just need to be on my own. I just need to process all the information. I think it was Thursday, I had so many emotions in my head. I just didn't know how to deal with them. I didn't know how to put them in their own compartments and deal with them. But I did. I used processes that I've learned to do that and feeling much calmer. I went to see her yesterday and took her chicken roast dinner and some flowers, and we had a good chat. And yeah, so hopefully things will improve very soon. I have lots and lots of exciting, interesting and informative shop news. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support, because it really has meant the world to me. And I know I always say that, but in these times it has meant more than you know. Pete's business has been struggling, like a lot of small businesses. So my business has been helping to support us. So I have been so grateful for every order, and you're so wonderful. You're just so wonderful. Thank you for all your orders from my shop and my patterns. I am so grateful, even more so at the moment than usual. And I'm usually very grateful. So yeah. I've already mentioned my sweet vanilla cuff down socks will be coming out very soon. I have tweaked the heel, like I said, so it's slightly different to this now. It's more like this one, which is much neater. This was neat. This was very neat. This is very neat. So I've changed it slightly. Just wanted to be perfect, and I believe it's perfect now. So this should be coming out. I don't want to promise because it's with my tech editor, so it's out of my hands at the moment. But I'm really hoping by the end of the week, this will be out. So that is that. Oh, for the new heel, that's what I wanted to mention. I find it really helpful to use some little stitch markers, and you've all probably got lots of stitch markers you can use. But I've made up some little tins of teeny tiny stitch markers. Hello. Which I found really useful. I don't know how this is going to show up. See, I don't know how, oh, you can see, can't you? I can actually see with my glasses on today. This is magnificent. So they're pretty small, but they're perfect when you want to mark for the heel. So I'll be putting some little tins of these in my shop. When they're gone, they're gone. Yeah, it's just that I had the perfect stitch markers, or the perfect rings really is what they are, for the job. So I thought I'll pop some of those in the shop. Okay, are you ready for some exciting news? Who is excited about the Strictly Sock Along this year? It was hanging in the balance, wasn't it, about Strictly? But as far as I know, the last time I checked Google, it's happening. It's going to be a shorter series, I'm guessing with less contestants, but it's starting in October. I had the honour of designing the official Strictly sock pattern for this year, and the Strictly Sock Along is run by Ali, who is so organised, a marvel. And yep, so I've designed a sock. I've been very busy designing sock patterns behind the scenes, so I have been doing stuff. Kelly Lay from Lay Family Yarns has designed the official Strictly sock colour this year, yarn colour rather, and we are all working to benefit Bill's School. And if you watch Tales from Cuckoo Land, which is beautiful Gaynor, you'll know exactly who Bill is. Bill is Gaynor's son, and he goes to a special needs school which is hugely underfunded. So we have decided to donate a part of our profits to Bill's school, and I'm so excited to be able to do that because Bill is gorgeous. I love him. He is adorable. And Gaynor is just a joyous friend of mine. So, would you like to see the official Strictly sock? Da da da! These socks are called Lola. Shall I sing you a little ditty? Her name was Lola, she was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and her dress cut down to there. I'm sorry, you can never unhear that. But that song is the inspiration for this pattern. Let me show you the pattern. I wanted to design something that kept your interest but didn't take too much brain power, because we're all going to be watching the dancing, or as Ali likes us to do, we'll all be cheating in some way or other. So this is the pattern. This is the best way I can show you. It's a bit random. See, this is the pattern, and this is such a pretty pattern, and this represents feathers in Lola's hair. This is a 4-row repeat pattern, and only one of the rows you have to focus, and really it's not focusing much at all. And it's so pretty, isn't it? I love it. I think it's gorgeous. For the work you put in, it's amazing. Okay, now I'm going to put the sock back on the bunny. It's so cute. I do love these blockers. These blockers, by the way, are by... Who are they by? I know you're all shouting at the screen. Oh, it's such a gorgeous company. I'm so rubbish. Oh, hang on. I might say on here. Ainsworth and Prynne. I'm so glad companies put their names on things, because if they didn't, I wouldn't be able to give you any information, would I? So, these are knit cuff down, 2x2 twisted rib. I made a lovely long leg because I do like a long leg on normal socks. Godet heel. Look how neat it is. It's just such a beautiful streamline heel. So this is my Godet heel coming downwards. And this is a modified beanie toe because it's worked cuff down. And I've done these really pretty stripes here, and these represent all the ruffles of the dresses when the ladies are twirling around doing their... What would they be doing with this song? Cha-cha? No. Might be the salsa? I can't remember. And there we go. And it's quite a big chunky toe, which I really like. And there we go. These are the Lola socks, the official Strictly sock of 2020. For more information, pop over to Ali's next podcast, because she's going to be talking about it on her next podcast. £3 from every pattern sold will be going directly to Bill's school. And lovely Kelly from Lay Family Yarn, who has dyed the official sock set this year, she will be donating £4 from every sock set to Bill's school. So let's see if we can raise lots and lots of wonga for Bill's school, and hopefully they might be able to get a minibus, which would be amazing, absolutely amazing. So this is the Lola sock, and this is the Lola sock set yarn. Again, I knitted mine in 64 stitches. The pattern comes in 3 sizes, 56, 64 and 72, small, medium, large. And it will be available to purchase on the 1st of September. So that's when it's launching. So exciting. I'm really excited and pleased to show you that, because It's been a labour of love and I really have enjoyed designing those socks. I've also designed another sock pattern which was commissioned by Vicky at West Green Loft Yarns for her hibernation boxes. So if you've ordered one of Vicky's hibernation boxes, you'll get access to my pattern, which I can't show you yet because I think it's still top secret. But once Vicky has posted out her boxes, the pattern will also be available in my Ravelry shop and my Etsy shop. It's that time of year again, and I've been working really hard behind the scenes on my 12-day advent calendar for this year. I wasn't 100% sure, like every year, that I was going to achieve it, but everything, all my little ducks, all my Christmas ducks are in a row, and I'm going to be launching my 12-day advent calendar on the 1st of September, the same day as the Lola socks, because it just sounds good. 1st of September sounds like we can talk about August, not so much. September, indeed. So, before I talk about my 12-day advent calendar in detail, I just wanted to say that if you would like to make your own advent calendar, I have a PDF pattern, I have two actually, in my Etsy shop. In my Etsy shop, I only sell patterns, and I sell sewing patterns and knitting patterns. In my Ravelry shop, I just sell my knitting patterns. So in Etsy, there are two different patterns for advent calendars. There is this one, which I'm going to display on the screen, which is my pocket bunting advent calendar. Very detailed instructions because, as I said when I was talking about dressmaking, I really like having detailed instructions and the little tips and tricks that make what you're making perfect. You know, the little things that just turn something from, oh, that's nice, to, wow, that's so professional. I like to include that information. So there is the pocket bunting, and I also have a pattern for a quilted advent calendar. I've made them both countless times, so I really enjoy the pattern. And I have one of the quilted advent calendars in my Shopify shop. And this is what the quilted advent calendar looks like. It's a lovely rectangle. This one is actually for sale in my Shopify shop. I'll put a link below in the show notes. I've only got one and there will only be one. I won't be taking orders or anything. It has 24 individual little pockets, but you can make this. I have a pattern for it, that's why I'm showing it to you. So it has 24 little individual pockets. It has Christmas is coming, hand embroidered. This is very Scandinavian colours. I love white and red at Christmas. The little toadstools, and what else is on this? Little sprigs and kind of snowflakes and things. And the back is just plain with my logo stamp. And it has two little loops. Let me just show you one to make it easier. It has two little loops to hang it up. I find those command hooks very good actually, and they come away from the wool very cleanly as well. So I have one in my shop, but I have the pattern in my Etsy shop if you fancy making one, and they're really good fun to make. Wow, so much information today. I'm so glad I have notes. So I will be launching my 12-day advent calendar in my Shopify shop, which is www.sewsweetviolet.co.uk, link below. And my Shopify shop is where I sell stitch markers, progress keepers, needle gauges, enamel pins designed by me, and what else have I got in there? Lovely zero waste wool wash from the Lake District. What else have I got in there? Lots of things. So that is where you'll find my 12-day advent calendar listed on the 1st of September. I am going to list them at 12 noon and 8 PM British summertime. Yes, will it be British summertime? UK time. I think it's still British summertime. I'm going to show you the front of the bag now. It's not a bag, it's just the front panel. This is this year's design. How pretty is this fabric? This is cotton and steel fabric. Oh, it's so beautiful. I think it looks very 50s. I love it. And I've got this gorgeous slubby linen in ivory, I would say. It's not white, it's ivory. And I have hand stamped Let It Snow on there with some teeny tiny sequins. So this is this year's design. And the whole calendar is based around this. So let me tell you what you'll get. So you will get a bag and you'll get 12 individually wrapped and numbered gifts. I have really upped my packaging game this year and I have ordered some beautiful keepsake presentation boxes for these, so I'm really excited to receive them. You'll receive 12 gifts along with a bag, and all the gifts will be individually wrapped and numbered. Some of the gifts are made by me, some of them are made by other amazing UK-based makers, and some of them are just so excited. There will of course be yarn, and my yarn dyer this year is Maya at the Wool Barn. She shared some pictures with me, was it yesterday, of the yarn. Oh my goodness, it is to die for. It is so perfect. I can't believe it. So that will be a sock set. I don't know what else to say because I don't want to give too much away. These will be drawstring bags. You can open your little packages the first 12 days of December, the second 12 days of December. You can open them alternate days, so it lasts you all of December. It's completely up to you. I plan to have them all posted out by the end of October. I've made a start on the bags, as you can see. I have almost got all of the other beautiful items ready to package up. As I said, I've bought my packaging. Yeah, I think that's all I need to say about them. So the sale date is the 1st of September. Half will be going in my shop at 12 noon UK time, and the other half will be going in at 8 PM UK time. Please don't ask me to reserve them. I get so many messages and I say no, I'm afraid, because if I said yes, then it's not fair to the other people who set their alarms at 2 or 3 in the morning and things like that. So yeah, no reservations, I'm afraid. My camera is flashing at me because I've been yabbering on forever. After this, there'll be a little vloggy video, mostly about sewing, gardening, the making of my rainbow quilt, what else? And of course Mabel. And I think that's everything I needed to say. And I really hope that it won't be so long until I see you again next. So stay safe, stay happy, and keep crafting. Mwah. So I have finally finished my rainbow quilt. So I thought I'd just talk you through some of the fabrics, the ones that I can remember. I don't know what this one is for a start. It's a good start, isn't it? Little heart. Don't know what this one is. See that? It's very pretty. It has a darker red heart. And then this one is very special because two reasons. I purchased this from my first trip to Florida and my first visit to Joann's, and then when I came to make my quilt I didn't have enough, and my lovely new friend Robin came to my rescue, and I know I could have seen that better. But for some reason I thought the hexagon kind of went in this way, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I love it. This is a vintage Laura Ashley. This is also a vintage Laura Ashley. Oh, this yellow, I love it so much. This is a Liberty cotton, and this I think was their first ever range of quilting cotton. It's really pretty. This was another one I think I got in Joann's. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. This is another Liberty, and it was in the same range as this one. It's really beautiful. Still have some scraps of this left. I do love that. This I bought when I was a teenager, and I still love it so much. In fact, I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was saying that her choice in fabrics has changed a lot. But mine actually hasn't. I think I've stayed the same. I've always loved ditzy prints, and obviously I've always loved bunnies. This is, I don't know. Oops, sorry, that was a bit close. I'm on my knees here. Don't know what this was, actually. The light's a bit off as well. It's such a drizzly day. Not that I mind at all. Don't know what this is. This is very special because a lovely friend of mine, Makiko, bought it back from Japan for me as a little gift. This is a vintage Laura Ashley. Yeah, and I don't know what this is, but I love it. I really love this. I'd like more. And this is the same as the blue. So, so happy to get that done. And I need to now turn it into a quilt, but I'm a little bit scared, especially these dark ones, that the colour might run from my cross-stitch heart into the white, because there's quite a few dark ones. The blues are quite dark, and that green is quite dark. I've heard people talk before about colour catchers, so I've never bought them. I don't know if they are available here, but I think I'm going to go and see if I can find some colour catchers. But I've finished. Look, I'm in my pyjamas. I'm having a little bit of a holiday the next couple of weeks, and yes, I put my pyjamas on this afternoon. It's 2:30 and I'm gonna go and make myself a cup of coffee. You know that feeling you get when you finish something and you're really, really happy? Then you see this. I mean, how did that even happen? So I'm not quite finished, but almost finished. First tomato. Oh, I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to eat that. Aren't they pretty? Look at them. They're yellowy. I don't know how it's coming across in the camera. Over here I've got some different ones. And these, I think, are dark red ones. Can't remember what they were called now. They're not very high cropping though, but my plant looks a bit weird and the leaves have all gone curly. Even though there's no bugs or anything. I don't know what that's all about. There. They've been like that for ages. Don't understand it. But anyway, what's that? Oh, it was a tomato flower that I just pulled off. Inky, but yummy. Look at that all. you.